It's the first day back at work for many of us after a holiday break. And before most of us had lunch today, the average top 100 Canadian CEOs made more money than most of us will make the entire year. That's the finding of an annual report by the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives, which shows in 2019 the average pay of a top 100 CEO was $10.8 million. In comparison, the average individual income that same year was just over $53,400. Something new is brewing at Tim Hortons as the chain hopes the third time is the charm. Tim's rolls out its latest dark roast coffee on Wednesday. Tim Hortons says it's part of a plan to return to the basics with a focus on coffee, donuts, as well as breakfast. The restaurant launched its first dark roast in 2014. 3 years later, the chain tweaked it to make it even darker. The coffee team developed this latest dark roast from scratch, and it took nearly 4 dozen trials before the team landed on the blend that was just right. Well, technology is great when it works in these virtual meetings and virtual learning, but not so much when it doesn't work. Messaging service Slack suffering a global outage today as millions of people return to work and school for the first time in the new year. The company apologizing for any trouble the issue may have caused. The outage impacted service in Canada, the U.S., the UK, as well as other parts of the world. And a rare move in the tech sector. A group of engineers at Google announcing they have formed a union. About 225 employees of Google and its parent company Alphabet are the first members of the Alphabet Workers Union. They represent a fraction of Alphabet's worldwide workforce, far short of the threshold needed to get formal recognition as a collective bargaining group in the U.S. But one of the union members calls the move historic. In the Business Center, I'm Irene Preklet.